Hey, what's going on everyone? In this video, I'm going to show you how you can change your Netflix region so you can unblock thousands of movies and TV shows from anywhere in the world. And also in this video, I'm going to be connecting to several different Netflix locations just so you guys can see that this method is actually working. Let's get started. Okay guys, so depending on where you live in the world, you will be delivered certain TV shows and movies that are only available in your particular location. And this is primarily due to the fact that in your country, Netflix only has rights to certain TV shows and movies. So as an example, I'm living in Australia, and this means we miss out on notable movies and TV shows like The Office, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, The Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, and the list pretty much does go on. And no matter where you are in the world, whether you're living in the United States, UK, Spain, Japan, you too will also be missing out on TV shows like Friends, Rick and Morty, and the list goes on. So what I'm going to do now is actually connect to the different versions of Netflix and show you guys a before and after. So at the moment I'm in Australia, and I'm just going to search for a couple of titles just so you guys can see that this method is working. So I'll just do a quick search for, say, Harry Potter. And soon I'll be showing you guys exactly how to watch these particular titles as well. So if you just stay tuned for a little bit, I'll show you guys that this is actually working. So as you can see, there's no Harry Potter available. And again, I can do another search for a TV show called The Walking Dead, which is one of my personal favorites. And unfortunately, this isn't available in my location. So as you can see, not available. And just as another example, I'll do a search for The Office TV show as well. So I'll do a quick search for that one. And again, guys, no surprises, this TV show isn't available on my version of Netflix. However, all of those titles that I just typed in are available on Netflix, but in different regions. So when it comes to actually unblocking the different regions of Netflix, the best way and the easiest way to do this is by using a VPN, which is also known as a virtual private network. It does sound a little bit technical, but essentially what a VPN allows you to do is simply change your kind of digital location so you can bypass all of these restrictions and access different Netflix regions around the world. So the VPN that I use and recommend for doing this is one called ExpressVPN. So I've been using this particular app for a couple of years now, and I have found them to be one of the most reliable VPNs for accessing the different regions, and they're also incredibly fast as well. So if you guys do want to follow along in this video, I actually do have an exclusive discount link down below in the video description, and also the pinned comment if you'd like to follow along in this video. So once I've gone and opened up ExpressVPN, essentially all I have to do is pick a location that I would like to connect to. So the first location I want to connect to is the United States, as this by far is the most popular and the biggest Netflix library available. So all I have to do to change my location is click on these three dots, and then I can click on the United States, or alternatively I could search for another country if it's not available on this list. So I'll click on the United States and then press the connect button, and this will automatically connect me to the fastest server and location in America. And this will just take a couple of moments to connect, and once it's highlighted in green, this just notifies me that my entire computer, including all of my browsers, Safari, Google Chrome, Firefox, it doesn't really matter, they'll all be connected. So now I can open Netflix in any of these browsers and access the different regions, and you can even go and follow the same process on iPhone, Android, and also streaming devices such as the Google Chromecast and also the Amazon Fire Stick. So now that I'm connected, I'll minimize the application, and now I'll navigate back to the home page of Netflix. So I'll just do this one. Now once I'm on the home page, what I actually have to do is refresh the browser. And this is a very essential step, guys, as this will actually take me from my current version of Netflix and kind of load me onto the American version of Netflix. And this usually does take around 5 to 20 seconds, but again, this is a very essential step as you won't actually be loaded onto a different version. So now that I'm on the American version of Netflix, now I'll be able to access particular movies and TV shows that aren't available in my location. And just to show you a prime example of this, I'll now go and search for the Office TV show that I was searching for just before. So I'll go do a quick search for that one, and I'll give this a couple of moments to load. And as you can see, guys, we now have the Office TV show available. And if I scroll down a bit, I also have some additional TV shows and movies that also aren't available in my location. So this is really only scratching the surface as to the amount of content you can unlock when using ExpressVPN. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now is actually go play a really small snippet of this TV show in real time. Just like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, as I really want to show you guys that this method is actually working, and to also share with you an indication of speed and quality when using ExpressVPN. So I'll just go and play a really small snippet of this TV show in real time. And from my typical experience, it does take between 5 and 20 seconds for the stream to get going. And this can also depend on where you're located in the world. But as you can see there, guys, that stream is working with no issues whatsoever. So what I'm going to do now is actually go and change my location again to a different region. So all I have to do to change my location is again open up the ExpressVPN app, click on the 3 dots, and in this instance, I actually feel like watching the Spanish version of Netflix. So all I have to do is search for Spain, click on that location, press continue, and that will disconnect me from America and then go and reconnect me to Spain. So you may be wondering why I want to watch the Spanish version of Netflix. I myself don't speak Portuguese or Spanish. However, on the Spanish Netflix, you actually can watch all Harry Potter movies and even other titles that aren't even available in America. So now that we're connected, which is highlighted in the green, I can go back to the Netflix homepage. And just like I did with the previous step, what I want to do is refresh the browser. And again, this will take me from the American version of Netflix and connect me to the Spanish version. So again, guys, every time you change location, you do have to refresh the browser to ensure you're going from one region to another. So now that I'm here, I'll go and search for Harry Potter. So this does take a little bit to load, so you just do have to be aware of that when changing locations, but now the search bar is available. So I'll go and do a quick search for Harry Potter, do a quick search for that one, and this will just take a couple of moments to load. I'm also screen recording at the same time, so my computer is going a little bit slower. But as you can see, guys, we now have access to all Harry Potter movies that are available on Netflix. And it's funny because so many people don't know about this. They'll go and subscribe to a different streaming service just to watch Harry Potter, but you can actually find it on Netflix when using a VPN. So again, guys, I'm going to go play a little bit of this movie in real time to again show you that ExpressVPN is working for unblocking different Netflix regions. So I'll just go and pick one of these at random, just go play this one. And again, this will be in real time with no edits. And with the Spanish Netflix, it actually does load surprisingly fast from my experience. It typically does take between 5 and 15 seconds, but again, this can kind of differ depending on where you're located, your internet speeds, and also the time of day that you're trying to connect as well. So this actually is taking a little bit longer than usual, but sometimes this does happen, and this is something to be aware of when using a VPN. But as you can see, guys, this is now loading with no issues whatsoever. Okay, guys, I was going to connect to another location, but I think you guys kind of get the gist of what's going on here. ExpressVPN works incredibly well for connecting to different Netflix regions. I personally use them for watching the Canadian version of Netflix, the Japanese, Spanish, the United States, and so many other locations as well. So if you really want to juice up your Netflix account and unblock thousands of movies and TV shows, then ExpressVPN is a really great option that will allow you to do that. So again, if you do want to check out ExpressVPN, don't forget to check out my exclusive discount link just below the video here. And additionally, guys, if you have any questions or kind of queries for VPNs accessing the different versions of Netflix, then feel free to comment down below and I'll be more than happy to help you guys out. So as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.